Most people, they finish school, close the book, say, that's over. I'm never going to open another book as long as I live. They're screwed. It's all over.
If you're not happy, if you're not fulfilled, if you don't feel like you're making progress, it's because you're a fish trying to climb a tree instead of where you should be, which is swimming.
Problem with entrepreneurship is when it fails, you have nobody to blame.
Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time.
I wake up every morning. Espresso keep me going. I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Carmichael, and this channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you too. You've got Michael Jordan level talent at something. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from Bob Proctor. Also, if you want to have more confidence and motivation, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
I was reminded this morning of a question I'm often asked. How do you eliminate fear from your life?
You've got to wake up. You see, all we're ever going to get is awareness. We've already got everything. The only thing we lack is the awareness of what we've got. We're God's highest form of creation. There's nothing on the planet that will equal us. Well, that's all any of us are after. All the problems in the world come from ignorance. That's the purpose of life, to overcome ignorance, develop awareness. The only way to overcome ignorance is through knowledge. And the only way to get the knowledge is to study. Most people, they finish school, close the book, say, that's over. I'm never going to open another book as long as I live. They're screwed. It's all over.
Albert Einstein once wrote, "Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid." That's why awareness is so important. If you're not happy, if you're not fulfilled, if you don't feel like you're making progress, it's because you're a fish trying to climb a tree instead of where you should be, which is swimming. And if you don't figure that out, and soon, you're gonna live your whole life believing that you're stupid when you are a genius. One of my favorite stories as I was trying to launch my YouTube channel was I was trying to learn from different people. I was trying to take in input, learn from the experts. I didn't know what I was doing. I was a scared, shy introvert, afraid of being in front of the camera, afraid of putting videos up. And so I needed help and I asked for help. And there was one guy in particular who was giving me a lot of feedback and help and improving my channel. And then I wanted to take it in a different direction. The advice he gave me was amazing. It was helpful. I was seeing results. And then I wanted to make a video around believe. I just figured out what my one word was. I found believe. I wanted to make a video about believe, and he didn't like it. I put it together, it was 6 minutes long, and he told me no video on the internet should be 6 minutes long. You don't understand how the internet works. Nobody's gonna watch this video. And it was really heartbreaking because this was a mentor of mine. This was somebody who was giving me feedback and advice, and it was working. And so he's telling me that this new thing I was doing was wrong, it would never work, that I don't understand how the internet works. And I didn't know what to do. And I think a younger version of me would have said, okay, well, something must be wrong. This guy has experience, he's in the industry. It wasn't just some random person on the street. He had been making videos his whole career. He's had successes before. A younger Evan would have said, okay, I guess it's wrong. I should fix it. I should do something else. But because of me finding my one word, having that self-awareness and feeling like I loved it, like I liked this video. Sure, it was 6.5 minutes, but I liked it. And at the time, now in context, this video is gonna be longer than 6.5 minutes, but at the time, most videos weren't very long on YouTube. It was a different era when I was starting off. And I said, you know what, I don't care, I'm gonna post it. It's about belief, I love it, I'm proud of this. If nobody else watches it, at least I took my shot and I put it up. And that video became my best video on the channel. At the time, my best video was 100,000 views in a year. That was my Chris Gardner story. And I was so proud of that video, put so much work in, and when you hit 100,000, you're like, oh, so many people saw this video, it's crazy. And it took a year to get there. And then this video within the first month already crossed 100,000 views. And yes, it was great validation that the idea worked, but also more important was the self-awareness to know this is what I want to create. You know, at the beginning, you're playing with a whole bunch of stuff, and this is the creative process for any entrepreneur. At the beginning is messy. You're trying to create a whole bunch of different things, and you don't know what's going to work out. But you have to listen to your intuition. That's where the self-awareness comes in, and I'm going to give you a 3-step formula to figure that out. But when you find a project that other people may not believe in, this is going to happen. You have ideas that you believe in, that other people will tell you is stupid, that will never work, that you don't understand how it works. And these may be people in your family, they may be your friends, they may be people who have no idea what they're talking about, but sometimes it's the experts. This guy was an expert. He wasn't in my family. He was a mentor of mine. He was an expert. He knew this stuff. Sometimes it'll be the experts who tell you that your idea sucks. That's okay. Having the self-awareness to know I need to birth this thing and see what happens, that's ultimately where you're gonna find success. Because otherwise you're just copying other people. And I love modeling success. It's the name of this channel, Modeling the Masters. I love it. I love looking at these people. I love looking at Bob Proctor, all of them. But if all you do is copy other people, you're just gonna be a junior version of them. Modeling success gets you 80% of the way. That final 20%, you have to figure out on your own. And the missing piece is the self-awareness. So I have a 3-step process that I'm gonna teach you to help you figure it out. It's part of my new book called Built to Serve. Built to Serve is in pre-order right now. If you guys wanna get a copy, be the first ones in. Join me on tour. There's a link down in the description. Go click on it. I will see you soon. Yeah. Anyway, there's a 3-step process that we'll do a quick overview here. It's called Who, Why, How. So who, you figure out your one word most important core value. What do you stand for? As a human, what is your most important core value? Mine is believe. Yours is gonna be something else. As a human being, your single most important core value, what is it? And when you figure that out, it gives you clarity. Now you're not building somebody else's dreams, you're building your own. So think about all the things that make you come alive, your favorite people, your favorite movies, your favorite books. What's the common thread between them? For me, it's believe. My parents on the wall behind me would teach me, I'm Evan Carmichael, you can do anything that you believe that you can, right? Look at the back. Right? I wear this. It's a reminder. That video that gave me the confidence to put up came from belief, right? The video was about belief. This is the first video I was gonna make around my new concept of believe that got destroyed by my mentor, right? It doesn't matter. It's about belief, so I'm gonna post it. Finding your one word gives you clarity over your future direction, allows you to attract a team of people who also believe the same things that you believe. And when you figure out what it is that you stand for, that becomes the rock. You're standing now on a rock. You can't be moved from that rock, where everybody else is standing on quicksand because they have no idea what they stand for. So step number 1, figure out your who, figure out your one word most important core value. It will change your life. Step number 2 is your why. So it's who, why, how. Step number 2 is why. Your why is your purpose. Your purpose comes from your pain. Your purpose comes from your pain. The thing that you struggled with the most as a human being. When did you feel the lowest? When did you have the least amount of self-confidence? You felt worthless as a human. When was that? Your purpose for the rest of your life is to help other people who currently are who you used to be. There are lots of people who currently are what you used to be. Now, you may not be fully out of the hole that you're in. That's okay. You're on your journey. You're still learning. But you might be on step 50. There's a lot of people who are still on step 1 or step 2. You can reach back. You can help them. And humans are built to serve. That's why my new book is called Built to Serve. Everybody's built to serve. It's hardwired into you that you want to serve. Serving others hits the same part of your brain as having food and having sex. You are built to serve. But who do you want to serve? You'll love serving everybody. You'll love letting somebody in, holding the door, buying the coffee for the person behind you. You'll love all that. But the people who you love serving the most are the people who currently are going through the same pain, the same trauma that you went through. So I love helping entrepreneurs because I struggled so much as an entrepreneur myself, because I was making $300 a month, because I felt ashamed and embarrassed to tell my friends that I had no money. And so I told them I was too busy, I was hustling, I was grinding, I was living the entrepreneur life and couldn't come out for pizza and beer, but really I just couldn't afford it, right? That low, that feeling worthless, ashamed, embarrassed that I wasn't getting results. That's the pain that I suffered that I want to try to make easier for other people. And so I love serving everybody, but my heart is with entrepreneurs, especially the startup entrepreneurs. I love helping people who've already made it, have $1 million, $10 million, $100 million revenue plus. I love it, it's great, it fills me, but not as much as the person who's just starting up. You know, that's where my heart is. That's why I make these videos every single day across all my channels. My purpose comes from my pain, so does yours. Find it, it'll make a huge difference. And step number 3 is how. So who, why, how. How is how did you get out of the hole? How did you get out of the pain that you were in? Again, you may not be fully out of it, but how did you save yourself from where you were at? You're stronger than you were a couple years ago. Why? What changed? How did you grow? That's your how. And that's teachable. The method that you use to get out of the hole that you were in, you can teach to other people so they can do the same. And so for me, it was modeling success. For me, learning about Bill Gates and how he started Microsoft, I applied those strategies and my company started to grow. Bill Gates saved my business. Even though I haven't met him yet, I will one day. I'll shake his hand. I will tell him, you saved my business and why. And now what have I done for the past 20 years, right? My first company was when I was 19. I'm now 39 years old, going on 40 in May 2020, right? Get ready for it. And all I've done for the past 20 years now is help other people model success, entrepreneurs, right? So my who is believe. I want to help people believe in themselves, okay? My why is my pain of struggling as an entrepreneur. And so I want to help out other entrepreneurs who are currently struggling. And then how do I do it? By modeling success. So everything that I learned, that I've taught, I can now show other people how they can do it as well. Who, why, how. And your who and your why are for life. You figure that out, it's for life. It doesn't change. Your most important core value won't change. I'll only believe harder when I'm 95 years old. My why, I'll only believe in my why harder when I'm 95 years old. The how can change, right? Right now it's YouTube. In 5 years is going to be something else. In 10 years is going to be something else. In 20 years is going to be something else, right? It's going to change. The how will change, but the who and the why stay constant forever. And when you figure that out, it gives you the awareness to go live the life that you want to live instead of helping other people build their dreams, knowing that you're capable of more, but sitting on the sidelines because you don't have the self-awareness to make progress. Now I have a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, question of the day, I want to know, what is your who? What is your one word, most important core value? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you made it this far in the video, I want to celebrate you. Give me a hashtag believe down in the comments as well.
Somebody asked me today in an interview, what do I do with my downtime? I told them that I start other businesses. It's all I know. It's who I am. It's the same way when I see a teacher or an artist or anybody, when I can see through their soul that they were meant to cook or paint or build or whatever it may be, I get such happiness. It's the same reason that people that I went to school with who make $53,000 a year, but I know they're so happy because it's what they want. They want to be home at 5 p.m. They want to be on multiple sports teams. They want every weekend off. They don't want the pressure. Greatest thing about being a CEO, founder, entrepreneur is that when there is success, you get a disproportionate amount of the credit. The problem with entrepreneurship is when it fails, you have nobody to blame. One of the things that I'm most worried about is when you are a purebred entrepreneur, you don't care about losing. The process is your religion. Running the company is your oxygen. When you are not, and you're doing it for everybody else or because it's cool, when you fail, you will have no place to hide, and your loss will be very public and unavoidable. The reason I put so much pressure on people being self-aware is if you're a natural number 2, 6, 13, or 27, the negatives of being a number 1 are overwhelming and very difficult to quantify. You have to ask yourself today that when your business fails, are you okay with the judgment of your family, friends, your social media followers, and the entire world? And if you are, then you can move on your merry way. But if you are not, one of the great ramifications of this golden era of entrepreneurship is going to be the enormous amount of depression and mental illness when 99% of the businesses fail.
So, what happens when you feel like you're always being judged? Number 1 is divorce yourself from trying to manage someone's judgment of you. I know that sounds backwards because we want to go over there and change them. I know. Well, when I figure that one out, you'll be the first to know. But in the meantime, how can you separate yourself, divorce, I know it's a strong word, but that's the separation, from the need to monitor other people's judgment of you? Let me tell you what that answer is. You go over to self-awareness. You go over to recognizing I am whole. I am smart enough. I am wise enough. I am kindly enough. Not from a bragging way, not from a self-righteous way, from the most humble way possible. Can you wake up tomorrow morning and be content with who you are, irregardless of anyone's opinion of you once you leave the house? Or maybe the person next to you, or the people downstairs, the people in your same house. Can you wake up tomorrow standing and living in the statement and the knowing, I am enough? And then leave everyone's opinion to them.
If you want to know what Bob Proctor says the number one thing that you must do in your life is, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
We're trading our life for our goals. Literally trading our life. Would you trade your life for a car?